the Electoral Commission a bit a recipe for disaster. You might think that Ghanaians are very peaceful, this, but I am telling you today, say the kind of experiences Ghana for Enya and Akufo-Addo's government, the terrible and the bad governance, the corruption in as for our unfolding under Akufo-Addo's regime, the kind of repression, attack on state institutions, attack on the foundations of our very democracy. Ghanaians will do everything to resist any attempt to subvert their right to decide who leads them going into 2024. That I can bet you with my last coin. And they will never sit aloof for anyone to weaponize the Electoral Commission and use it as a ticket, as a conduit to rig future elections. That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. So it is better this thing is communicated clearly to government, the Electoral Commission, so that they begin to revise their note and act in the manner inspire hope and confidence. I'm working together with them, with various institutions. We will be on the same slate. Election results in about there will be no cause for disenchantment. There will be no cause for so rendering state institutions quite ineffective, and this is no democracy. Because you see, where Electoral Commission there has been this foolish interpretation of the word independence under state institutions, and upon that particular preposition, cluster around, moving around, we are independent. Independent where? Independence now doesn't mean say you can interpret laws and as obey in the manner and sync with public interest. The independence now warning in a limitation. I want to say that independence must be exercised within a certain parameters that it taking into account the concerns of and the welfare of the people. That is what the commission is supposed to do. But what in the way a man I think say the actor not to honor the interest, but not the stakeholders and the Ghanaians are more benefiting from the system. That is why I am telling you, say, consistently, we are building a very fertile avenue, a bit trigger electoral violence. And that is what some of us are seeking to speak against. And we expect individuals who hold sensitive position that like the, how do you call them, from saying Council of State, one of the most useless institutions ever instituted on our land. Council of State, quiet, sees absolutely nothing wrong with it, because in some way, of course, we say in a serious country, people are committed to peace and they really want the right thing to be done. And Kasabi and some fun, the Mensah, the same class, the same naughty Electoral Commission, who are OD, and could be a friend, at least a Kenyans, a same Achireno. But as he said, nothing has happened upon all the concerns that these political parties in Ghana for be at least, how you say, some was a same no more. Are we saying some more can young was as a Mensah be a nimsa, what we can do to resolve this particular matter? And the Yapina, I didn't mean a quackshare. Your friends at district office as to whether bit metro, you bit me about to be more and fahon. Easy. The penny a bay. I am saying that such nonsense, such ingrass seminal and hasn't thrive under any democracy. Because democratic dispensation be arbitrary in this manner. Always in focus is the welfare of the people. Because you are working for the people. When you are working for the people of Ghana. Or more taxes and you are accountable to the people. So this foolish interpretation of independence, independence will be the and you are supposed to work for the people. They know say asem no court why the court to be a would for, because I remember when electoral process, when you new register now man for the court, I say you can't take them to court and when people know, because constitution there is no clarity as to where exactly those things must be done. So whenever there is that lack of clarity in the laws now, then a is subject to interpretation, and that interpretation can only emanate from a judge. And when a matter has to be decided based on judicial discretion, my friend, the opinion doesn't matter. That is why I'm saying, say, in writing our laws, sometimes we need to be very explicit in putting our laws on paper, so that we will not give the right of interpretation to Obi. Interpret, because there's a laws now yesterday categorically say registration exercise must happen, and as a limited registration must happen at the polling centers. I will clear stated there. I am not sure the Electoral Commission will be doing all these things. So going forward, it's also an avenue for us to learn. There are a lot of gray areas in our law. Because most of the time we do copy and paste, we don't even have time to sit down and factor our local context into the law. Say some follow to two shame near localizing or near the batwas yashemra. Because if we begin to sit down and analyze the context and sana ya the marana babontia, I am not sure. So most of the things are normally go to your court, the court, and may the avenue or no so serve with the sole power to interpret the laws. Because no matter quite recently, and I seen North MP semi koba left right center. Now my catcher say a law no yesterday clear as to when somebody a MP and as will be go into parliament, at what point in time can we say the person are beginning the process? Is it when the person afale the nomination? Is it when the person has been voted for? Is it when the person has been sworn in their gazette? You see, these are some of the things that we need to define clearly in our law, so that future now, no judge will be given that power. Say on the interpreting actually maybe a electoral process, and I say obi by a parliamentarian and start free. But as I'm not called and I send no issue no call fire no obi until another one will emerge. I said it. But here we are, because that is the kind of people we are. This citizenship allegiance controversy as to whether say obi ekura double your friend say nationality it means any panel any allegiance, and I say allegiance to one of the countries in a shaking in as a for no, that has to be interpreted clearly. And the question is, obi are charging with treason out Ghana higher and sort of also non allegiance, here. We need to make clear distinction in some of these things. We are going forward, there will be no ambiguity in our laws, so that what in China you can explicitly you can analyze, you can understand what the law actually means, not waiting for a certain implicit interpretation from a judge or not how he thinks just say you can manage the ruling. If we codify the laws in a manner clearly expressed in terms defined within certain parameters, we will be able to deal with some of these things. Because I know from the Electoral Commission is doing all these things. Because when say whoever takes the case to court will not win, because I have read through the articles among for a court to then I say for you can never take them to court on these parties and win. You can't win. You can't win because all the clauses then are subject to interpretations. And that interpretation, you can put your interpretation on it, but a judge interpretation but also and they are superior. That is a fact. So this case going to court, it won't get anywhere. That is a fact. But my culture say beyond the law, can't we as a rational human beings sit down and know say a process here is quite cumbersome, and that there is the need for us as a political, as an electoral, as a commission, charged with the mandate of supervising an election that is supposed to be credible, election that is supposed to have high integrity, and we are working in concert with the actors. These are political parties and Ghanaians. So for that matter, no, in discharging that duty, no, yantanase, yanu among coming together, na yanu out the process, no, in a way, sabi. And cause a lot of stress. Never many party madaho fine, never many party process and I say na emu daho na said debi electoral out can be bar. A man for me kase obi kobiya obi and obi ankobiya obi, because that can be very dangerous for us. But that wisdom has eluded the Electoral Commission because of filthy arrogance. Because of filthy arrogance. And you know, Mensah and team have decided, say, they are on high horses. They are to nobody's level. You can't tell them what to do. Yana ya commission, yana ya tiha. Commission no buy no bit so. Commission no buy no bit so. The person left a legacy. Unblemished. Because I remember after a giant time, and now IPAC we generally nice one. Countries are replicating the essence of this IPAC among for Bahabisunya, how ye constitute countries have replicated IPAC in their countries to resolve some electoral misunderstanding prior to elections. That is a track record. And that this woman has come with the sole desire to decimate that particular platform, because another IPAC you're turning me into a voting platform where we have assembled toy parties and jokers together who go and just vote yes to everything because they've been giving money. When critical issues now affect the core winner, Ghana for expected, say we ignore all those things. So how effective has the IPAC been? Because you see, say IPAC a platform it means really build the consensus as you envision the buyer. Because I want to say about saying that these 8 political parties IPAC Electoral Commission say I am deliberating on this matter. Now okay, Electoral Commission, we have a challenge. District offices now we no corner. Young group for register more. There are issues, and the difficulty in transporting people, the queues are abundant, violence likely to erupt. A back course of major way my process and you're quite effective. Empty no said the AC and the Debiano. IPAC is supposed to provide that particular platform, but the Electoral Commission are not that arrogant woman felt and some no more can young mano. Because that has been the attitude, that has been the posture. Obi anchende or onye. Na dwen so otesoro and I said be sem and not commission and all the commission no di from day one, because appointment no nyana for. Because a appointment when nyana for na your friend is we respect the people of Ghana. Now the people of Ghana, I am not sure say she'll be going the line she's going, but she doesn't care. So my major concern, I'm not taking this particular issue, I may come say we really need to be very, very, very careful as people, because the Electoral Commission a bit a recipe for disaster. You might think that Ghanaians are very peaceful, this, but I am telling you today, say the kind of experiences Ghana for Enya and Akufo-Addo's government, the terrible and the bad governance, the corruption in as for our unfolding under Akufo-Addo's regime, the kind of repression, attack on state institutions, attack on the foundations of our very democracy. Ghanaians will do everything to resist any attempt to subvert their right to decide who leads them going into 2024. That I can bet you with my last coin. And they will never sit aloof for anyone to weaponize the Electoral Commission and use it as a ticket, as a conduit to rig future elections. That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. So it is better this thing is communicated clearly to government, the Electoral Commission, so that they begin to revise their note and act in the manner inspire hope and confidence. I'm for working together with them, with various institutions. We will be on the same slate. Election results in the there will be no cause for disenchantment. There will be no cause